It's Monday, the 3rd of October, 2022. Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, 5 stories in 5 minutes, and stick around because at the end, we've actually got a really exciting announcement coming up. But first, story number 1, Sean, there were more signs of inflation out of the US over the weekend, with a number of big name companies now taking pretty drastic action to improve their earnings and stop their share price slide.
That's right. One of the measures of inflation for the year came in at 6%. Now, the US central bank wants that to be 2%. It's 3 times that, right? So that's why people think there's going to be more interest rates in the US. Some really big names are now taking some drastic action. Last week, Nike share price fell sharply after it said inventory had surged. Why? Because it had to get rid of all this stock. So if you wanted a cheap pair of Nikes, it was a great time to buy it. Wasn't real good for shareholders. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, so that's the owner of Facebook, for the first time since it was launched in 2004, announced job cuts. Quite incredible. And the world's biggest shipping group, Maersk, has decided to slow down the pace of their 730 container vessels so they can reduce fuel costs. Incredible what's going on out there.
Yeah, it sure is. On to story number 2, and it was another solid weekend for auctions with the preliminary clearance rate above 60% for the 5th straight week.
Yeah, it's pretty good news. And it's a sign that maybe those falls in prices won't be as hard as we thought they might. Across the country, the national clearance rate was 62.5%. Melbourne led the way at 65%. Sydney was at 60%, had fewer auctions because of the grand final, of course. Adelaide did really well. Canberra also did pretty well. Brisbane brings up the rear at 46%, but that's actually better than where Brisbane has been for a while.
Okay, story number 3. There are reports, Sean, that the AUKUS Pact, which is between the US, the UK and Australia, could be expanded or even replicated.
That's right. A senior White House advisor is reported in the Herald Sun as saying there's room for AUKUS to expand. Now, this happens as Defence Minister Richard Marles is in Hawaii to meet his US counterpart Lloyd Austin to inspect America's Virginia-class submarines. Just at the same time, Japan's defence minister happens to be there as well, fueling more speculation. Now, the US's Mr. Austin said the trilateral alliance made the region safer, and he looked forward to expanding military activities and deepening technological cooperation.
Okay, story number 4. I know you love a good list, Sean. This is a cracker. The Financial Review's Power List was released over the weekend, and it named Commonwealth Bank CEO Matt Comyn the most powerful business leader in the country.
Yeah, so basically big is beautiful when you're in a small market like Australia, so the heads of the big companies tend to be on the top of these lists. Matt Comyn at Commonwealth Bank, Mike Henry at BHP, Wesfarmers, Rob Scott, Macquarie Group, Shimara, Wick Ramanayaka, and Woolworths, Brad Banducci. Increasingly, rich people are making the list. Used to be that case with the Murdochs and the Packers years ago. It's coming back again. Atlassian founder Mike Cannon-Brookes, Fortescue Metals founder Andrew Forrest, both billionaires, both on the list. Away from business, the most powerful people, of course, are the politicians. Coming in at number 1, Anthony Albanese, Treasurer Jim Chalmers at number 2, and number 3, Foreign Minister Penny Wong.
All right, finally, story number 5, Sean. How about this? Tesla's Elon Musk has presented his first humanoid robot prototype named Atlantis, which he claims will one day be part of everyday life. Now, if you're thinking kind of C-3PO from Star Wars, it's probably got a little way to go.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little like C-3PO, but the robot was actually pushed on stage by 3 Tesla workers. It doesn't have a brain yet. It could wave to the audience. That was something, I suppose. It was somewhat underwhelming, but Mr. Musk said the robot included 28 specifically designed actuators to control the robot's movements. Now, it looked like C-3PO, was slim, shiny, had a battery pack that could keep Atlantis going for a full day, and hopefully it'll be able to work on its own within the next few weeks, Mr. Musk said. Clearly, Michael, there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, seems a little way to go. That's it, the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. But I mentioned at the top of the show, Sean, we have some exciting news today. We are launching a brand new podcast today. It is called How Do They Afford That? It's a collaboration with Canna Campbell, previously a financial planner, now the founder of Sugar Mama TV, the financial literacy platform that you see on YouTube and podcasts and books and Instagram everywhere. We've got hacks and habits and ideas to help your money go a bit further, work a little bit harder for you. Things like getting the household grocery bill under control, some really good budgeting tips, investing for the kids, finding money to invest while you're paying the mortgage, all of that. A new episode every Monday. Search for it wherever you listen to podcasts. How Do They Afford That is the name. The links are in today's show notes as well, so have a listen, hit subscribe or follow. It's Monday, the 3rd of October, 2022. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast Five by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.